Facts and myths about gastric surgery for weight loss. If you have been told by your physician that you are a candidate for gastric surgery for obesity, you probably have a lot of questions to be answered before you actually undergo the procedure. For one thing, you are more than likely wondering what exactly gastric surgery is and what is involved. You will need to know how to prepare yourself for the surgery, and you will also want to know what risks are involved. The more prepared you are for gastric surgery, the more able you will be to come through it with no problem at all and begin losing the excess weight that has been plaguing you for most of your life. Gastric surgery is a last step in the struggle to lose weight. When a person is morbidly obese, meaning that they are 100 or more pounds overweight, they may be a candidate for this type of weight loss surgery. There are cases where some people are too obese to have the surgery safely, and in order to be a candidate, they may have to go on a restricted diet and start exercising, in order to lose enough weight to have the procedure performed without the risk of added dangers. There are all kinds of myths about gastric surgery that you need to learn about and get cleared up before undergoing the procedure. You need to make sure that all of your concerns have been dealt with prior to the operation, so that you know exactly what you are facing, and what you need to do before and after the surgery in order to make sure that you lose the weight in a healthy way. Gastric surgery myths and facts. You have probably read or heard a lot about gastric surgery either in magazines or on television. And you may have heard a lot of facts that are actually quite distorted and do not have a true picture of this procedure and how it works. Here are some of the myths about gastric surgery and the realities behind the myths. Myth: after I have gastric surgery, I will be thin. Fact: gastric surgery is only a tool. It does not make a person thin, but helps them stick to a diet by making the stomach smaller and not able to hold as much food as before. Myth: your stomach, or part of it, is removed when you have gastric surgery. Fact: actually, your stomach is stapled, or a band is inserted, to make the stomach hold less food. Nothing is removed in normal gastric surgery. Myth: if I have more than 100 pounds to lose, gastric surgery is my only option. Fact: anyone with the willpower can lose weight, even 100 pounds or more. It does take a lot of hard work, and because the process is so slow, many people become discouraged and discontinue their diets. But the weight can be lost in most cases without surgery. Myth: I will be laid up for months following gastric bypass surgery. Fact: for most types of gastric bypass procedures, you will only be laid up for a couple of weeks. Then you can go about your normal daily activities, as long as they are not too strenuous at first. Myth: with gastric surgery, I don't need to go on a diet. Fact: you not only need to be on a calorie-restricted diet following your surgery if you seriously want to lose weight, but you will probably need to be on a special diet prior to the surgery. Myth: I don't need to exercise as much if I have gastric surgery. Fact: it is important to get exercise every day and probably even more so following this type of surgery. Once you have the surgery, you will lose weight quicker than you normally would, and without exercise your skin and muscles will not have the chance to become toned. Myth: anyone who is overweight can have gastric surgery. Fact: this is a surgical procedure that can be riskier than many others. For this reason, it is only offered to those who are morbidly obese and have exhausted all of their other weight loss alternatives. Myth: if you eat too much following gastric surgery, your stomach can explode. Fact: your stomach will not explode if you overeat, but you do risk reversing the operation and causing a lot of internal damage. Myth: you don't lose enough weight after the surgery to make it worthwhile. Fact: many people who have undergone gastric surgery have reported losing as much as 100 pounds, and sometimes even more, and credit the procedure for making their weight loss possible. Myth: gastric surgery is something that only wealthy people can afford. Fact: if you are morbidly obese and a physician has recommended gastric surgery, there are many health plans that cover part or even most of this type of procedure, because the extra weight is a greater health risk. Getting the proper nutrition before and after gastric surgery. If you have weighed the pros and cons and decided that having gastric surgery is the best solution to your weight issues, then you will need to learn about good nutrition. You are going to need to make some very significant lifestyle changes, even before you have the surgery. Your diet is one of these changes, and you may be required to be on a very strict diet prior to and following surgery. If you are too overweight with the surgery, you are going to need to be on an extremely restricted diet, in order to lose enough weight to have the surgery safely. When you plan your diet, you should consult with your physician or a nutritionist, because there are certain nutrients you need to have, and they will know what foods are best for you and which ones have these nutrients. You may also need to use protein supplements, which will provide a lot of the nutrition that a highly restricted diet may not. ProfectR is a popular protein supplement that is excellent for restricted diets for weight loss. This is a product by Protica that provides 25 grams of protein per serving and only contains 120 calories. It is low in fat and carbohydrates and contains no cholesterol. And it also provides many other vitamins and nutrients that we all need to be healthy, no matter what our weight. ProfectR comes in many delicious flavors, including clear juicy apple, clear Niagara grape, and clear raspberry. For more information about Proasis, look online at www.protica.com, where you can also order it.